If you watched the intro video, you know the basic idea for how we budget. One weekly number, no categories, no starting over every month. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to set that up inside the app. This is the only part that takes a little bit of work, but after that, it gets a lot easier. Step one is pretty simple. If your rent was due tomorrow, what money do you already have available to help pay it? So you'll combine your checking and your spending accounts all into one number. Don't include retirement or long-term savings that you aren't touching. Every time you redo your budget in the future, you'll update this number. It just needs to know, where are you starting today? Up here in the top right, you'll also see a little giraffe icon. If you tap that, you'll get a pop-up with some helpful information on each of these steps. You can click the little X to close it. I'm going to put $12.50 in here to start, and then go to the next step. So now we add income. You use your take-home pay after taxes, after deductions, all of those things. If your income isn't always the same, guess low. That protects you. If you make more than expected, that's a happy surprise. If you guess high and you don't get it, that's going to be harder to deal with. I have one income here already. I'm going to add another side income by tapping New down here on the bottom. I'll call it side income, if I can type right. And I'll do 675 as kind of the lower end guess. And then for frequencies, you can see we've got lots of options here. I'm going to do monthly and at the end of every month. And click Save. So now I have all of my income that I'm expecting in here. Then I'll go to the next step. This is where you're going to add your regular bills, like your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, insurance, subscriptions, all of those things. If the bill isn't always the same, guess high. That's the opposite of how we did it on income. If the bill comes in lower, then that's extra money that you can use however you like. Something that's different is don't put groceries and eating out in here. We'll cover those later with the weekly allowance. Also, don't forget yearly or 6-month expenses like home insurance or car registration. These are things that usually trick people up. The app is going to automatically spread those things out to make sure that you have the money ready when you need it. I'll add another bill here by clicking New down on the bottom. And let's do one for a cell phone for $100. And we're going to do this one monthly as well. And that one happens every month on the 27th. There's also an end date here, which is optional. If you know the end date for something, it's not going to keep continuing for the next 2 years, then you can put an end date in there if you want. And I'll click Save. So this list is going to be a lot longer than your income list was. See, I've got monthly here, some yearly things, every other week, 6 months. So I have everything in here that I need. So now I'm going to go to the next step. Now, custom boxes, this is a different concept. These are optional. They're for like specific savings goals or expenses that need their own space. Start simple. Don't make a box for everything. Try to use your weekly allowance as much as possible. But I'm going to make a box by clicking New Box down here. I'm going to do one for savings. So first you create the box and then you fill it. So I'm going to click Fill right here. And I'm going to say that I'm going to plan on saving $50 every month. And I'm going to start doing that on the 1st of next month. Then I'll click Save. So now the app is planning out that I'm going to put $50 into this box every month, and it'll just show up in there on the 1st of every month. So that's all I'm going to do for boxes right now. And I'll click on Next Step. This is where you set your buffer. So that's your shock absorber for the income and all of the fixed expenses that we've entered already. Real life might not match your guesses perfectly every time. So the buffer handles the differences between what you planned and the actual amounts. I'm going to leave the default of $100 in here for now and go to the next step. This is where the magic happens. The app is forecasting your next 2 years. All of your income, all of your expenses, the custom boxes, the buffer amount. It's doing all the calculations for you. And your job is simple. You move this weekly number as high as you can without the boxes on the without the checks on the bottom having red. So you want 3 green checks down there. If you have 3 green checks and this number is as high as you can get, then that means you're using all of your money in some form. It isn't just sitting there. So we call this weekly allowance your happy money. It's the one number you'll track throughout the entire week. It'll handle all of your spending that wasn't already covered with your bills and your custom boxes. And you can spend it on whatever you want. As long as you don't go over every week, you're going to be fine and you'll get more money next week. Up here, you can also select which day of the week under refill day. You can select any day of the week that you want to get your weekly allowance. Monday is just a natural start, so I'll leave it there. And it looks like I'm a little high on the weekly allowance. We need to come down 425. Oh, I can also tap in here. I'm going to type in 430. And it looks like that's as high as I can go. So the over-under is really close to 0. I'm not going negative, and my allowance balance is 614. If I try to go up to 431, you'll see that my over and under is not green anymore. That means that I'm generally spending just a little bit too much. I'm spending 31 cents a week too much if I do 431 a week. So I'll bring it back to 430. Okay, so again, the goal is get this number as high as you can, 3 green checks on the bottom, and then I'll hit complete. And now you can see the budget is done. If you want to see all of the details for the next 2 years, you can click on More Details. This will bring up every single transaction. You can scroll over here for the next 2 years. You can see every day what your balance is going to be. And you can scroll down here to see every transaction and what it's going to be. It's forecasting everything out for you. So at this point, the only thing left is to hit continue and then live your budget. So in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to use the rest of the app week by week to make sure that you're on track.